Last one. Let's go. Come on. Come on, 10 more. Oh. 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 All right, just wrapping up. Some barbell curls. Hit some dumbbell curls just before this. Did a mixture of some drop sets and then some just regular sets. Just want to get a lot of blood flow. What I'm going to do over the next little bit in my workout videos or training videos is I'm going to take some time and kind of explain some of the exercises, give you guys some of the mindset. Now I know a lot of you guys are here because you like the fact that this is like no nonsense, no distractions, just straight up, right into it, just straight up training, hardcore, old school. But I'm getting a lot of questions and stuff, and I really do want to stay up with questions and comments. So I figure if I spend a little bit of time, not too much time, in the videos kind of going over my mindset between sets, going over, why I do certain things and kind of what the benefits are for me. I only speak for myself. As many of you know, I've been training for a very long time, almost 30 years, and it's been an amazing adventure, to say the least. So again, I'm only giving my perspective, my opinion and thoughts, but again, I think it's always important that we share our ideas and thoughts in this world of training. It's so important. It means so much to so many people. And so I want to take some time in between workouts and kind of talk about certain things, why I do certain things, maybe give a few tips and different things. And when I say tips, again, things that work for me that you may want to try, they may work for you, they may not. But either way, I think it'll be a good thing to kind of go through this. Now, first and foremost, I definitely got to get through my training routine, so I don't want to spend a lot of time talking. As many of you know, getting cold or losing that pump because you're talking too much. And I think that's a problem with a lot of the social media and the influencers today. Not only are they soft, with this new school kind of way of machines putting their PED use over their training cycles. There's just so many different contradictions between the old and the new school. And I think it's important that, we point it out and bring awareness to it. So with that being said, I'm not going to be scientific. I think simple is best. We don't overcomplicate things in this old school way. Again, I'm utilizing an instinctive training split, and it's very simple. Again, there's not a lot of science to it. It's essentially be in tune with your body, train the muscles that are ready, and rest the ones that aren't. So you see this kind of training split throughout this process. You saw it during the no days off. You see it now during this road to 40 as I approach 40 years old come November. So again, utilizing the same kind of methods with the majority of the exercises being free weights. So again, I think it's important that there's so much you can do with free weights. And I think what's happened with the newer generation, the newer school, is they're not so creative. They're so invested in either social media or doing other things or finding the easy way out that they get caught up in finding things that are easy, and they don't get creative in their training. Again, you can limit yourself if you just stick to the basics when it comes to old school training. Not saying that you can't build an amazing foundation and continue to build upon that for the rest of your life. But you got to be creative when it comes to old school training, and that's what old school training really brings out of us, is this creative mindset to try different things, to change grips, to change different bars, different movements, different leverages, different positions, and do different things while getting the overall goal of getting either stronger, bigger, leaning, cutting, making changes, what have you, getting better in life in general, right? So again, there's a lot of things in this process that we can learn from each other, and I think that's important. No, this is not about, again, as I said, a promotion. This is not about marketing a product. This is not about selling something. This is all about bringing back the true love and passion of old school, raw, hardcore training. And not only what the actual training's all about, but what the training in the gym teaches all of us when it comes to real life. It teaches us so much. So I want to go into that while I kind of go through these workouts over the next little bit. Like I said, I can ramble, as you can see, but I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. So I'm going to jump into my next set here. This is my last set of barbell curls, and then we're going to move into the next exercise and maybe talk a little bit about what's going on and what's happening. So we'll see you in just a moment. Come on, let's go. Last set. Come on, 10 more. All right, moving over into another dumbbell curl variation. This is a seated dumbbell curl variation. It's probably one of my favorite dumbbell variations. And the reason I like this is for two reasons. Number one, just sitting down in general, again, puts the mindset, I think, in kind of isolation mode. So it really kind of helps isolate the movement. That's for me. And then the second reason is I like the stretch I get when I go to the opposite side for the movement. So the stretch that I get when this arm is down, and then when I come over to curl this arm is actually fully extended, rather than if I was to stay just like this. Now, of course, in a standing curl, you kind of come to each side, but for whatever reason, for me, this really kind of helps get that arm fully extended, so that when I come back over here, I'm in that position of a full range of motion to come back up for the movement. So those are two little things that I think benefit me in this movement. Again, a lot of it's a mindset, a lot of it's that mind-muscle connection, of course. And of course, you could debate standing up does the same thing. But for me, just sitting down kind of puts that mindset that the isolation takes everything out of the lower body. Yes, there's some back in there to get those reps and to do whatever you need to do. But overall, I think the mindset of isolating the movement when you sit down kind of, just plays a huge role when I'm hitting these. So I'm on my 5th set right now, and we're going to finish these things up. Yeah, come on. Come on. Let's go. Get 6. All right, next movement, another curl variation. These are single arm dumbbell curls. These are really nice, again, to isolate each side. And the key with this is it's all basically one continuous set. It's like one big giant set. So there's 5 sets each arm all in one set. Like I try not to take a break in between. So I got the 4th and 5th set left for both arms. So when I'm finished with this arm, this will be the 4th set for this arm. I'll jump into the 4th set for this arm, jump back into this arm, that'll be the 5th set, and then I finish with this arm for its 5th set. Rather than doing both arms, taking a break, doing both arms, taking a break, it's all one kind of continuous set. So I have the 4th and 5th set left with these, and again, just another isolation movement to really hit that bicep. I guess if I want to get detailed about this, I like to keep my wrist as straight as possible, so I don't like to curl the wrist in, and nor do I like to have it flat back. I like to have it neutral, and I'm definitely coming in, turning the dumbbell in, and then coming back up. So the movement of the dumbbell obviously has some movement going both ways when making that curl. So again, here's the 4th and 5th set for both arms. All right, moving over to triceps. Got my fifth set here, skull crushers. Obviously just a staple, old school movement here. Skull crushers are absolutely amazing. I guess the one thing that I really like to do when I do skull crushers is I like to keep the bar pressing in the palm of my hand as much as possible. Yes, there's, making sure your elbows stay in, don't flare too much. I could go back and forth on that. If you have the right mind-muscle connection, I think flaring your elbows a little bit is fine, as long as you're really focused on hitting kind of that inside to the middle of the tricep head, and just really focusing on that muscle. I don't think whether you flare too much. Now, of course, you don't want to be way out, but flaring a little bit is what it is, as long as you have that connection. But I like to, most importantly, other than that whole debate of flaring and not flaring, is I like to keep the bar as much in my palm as possible, and that really forces the weight distribution to come right down into my forearm, and then obviously allows me to hit the tricep a lot more, because of that forearm right into the tricep connection is just like perfect, like in the elbow and whatnot. So I like to keep that, I like to keep the bar in the palm of my hand. You'll feel it, I'm sure many of you may do it, may not. Try not to have it in the kind of center in your palm, the lower part of your palm. Obviously you don't want your wrist to be bent back. You want to keep them as strong as possible in a neutral position. And I also think the lower the bar is in the palm, the better you are at getting stronger with your wrist and different things like that, your forearm, all of that. But it really just kind of keeps everything tight and keeps the movement right in line where it needs to be. So again, here's my fifth set of skull crushers. Come on, 5 more. All right, moving over into another tricep movement. This is a tricep overhead dumbbell press, definitely an old school movement. Obviously, if you're familiar with it, take the dumbbell, get it over your head, and you do some pressing with it. I've added a variation to this. I actually added chains to this. This is a movement that I used a lot during my powerlifting, especially to get my bench press up. Obviously, utilizing chains really forces the lockout strength, the top end of the lift, to get stronger as the chains come off the ground. There's heavier weight, making the lockout that much more stronger. So I've just adapted this to add to this training routine that I'm currently in. Really love this movement. Absolutely smashes the tricep. So I love this, but definitely check this out. Give this a try. Again, it's just a dumbbell. It's a dumbbell overhead tricep press with chains attached to it. But absolutely love this thing. This is absolutely a great workout. This is my fifth set, so I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to move over to cables to wrap up this workout. Come on, get 3 more. All right, moving over to some cable work. Absolutely smashed. My arms are smoked, which is always a good thing, but got to finish up with cables here. So I have my fifth set, just using your traditional V-bar. Obviously, you've probably seen more of a V in some V-bars. I really like this though. It kind of keeps the hands not so not so much in a V. It kind of keeps them out just a little bit, giving that more of a pressing motion rather than kind of an extension motion. But either way, I'm going to finish my 5th set of these and then probably move over into ropes to wrap up this workout. So let's smash these. Cool, get 5. All right, last tricep movement to wrap up this arm day. Gonna finish this up with ropes. Rope is pretty much self-explanatory, so I'm not gonna go into too much about that, but 5th set, wrap this thing up, and we will see you guys for the next workout. Come on, 5 more. Good 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.